Gonna start in just a few seconds. Yes, and there we go. We are live for the first workshop in this week's challenge, which is about goal setting, finding the key goals for 2017. But we're doing this in a 3-week series, so this week is about just finding the goals. Next week will be about structuring a plan for how to reach them, and then the last week before New Year's Eve will be about just doing a small action on them, but also starting to write down the goals every morning. So we just implement the habit, the routine of doing this in a just what do you say, doing this in a proper way, in a real way, not just something you do in a half an hour and then forget about, but by investing the time a little bit every day for the coming 3 weeks, we'll really create a fundament that is core, that is deep, that is really, really for real. And that, I think, will make us follow through for the rest of the year. I've done this goal setting loads of times before, but most of the times it just falls apart. You get overwhelmed, too much happens. But all that I talked about the introduction video, so if you haven't seen that, go back and watch that after you've done this video, because just for now you can join and do this little workshop. Because this challenge this week worked like this. We have divided the 7 key areas that we will find one goal in to focus in on. And the Monday today is about spirituality and health goals. So that is what this little workshop is going to be about. And we're going to give 5 minutes of goal setting for each area. But that's 5 minutes, and then we'll do 3 minutes of writing down the reasons for why we're gonna go after the goal we're gonna choose. So initially, now I'm gonna put a timer on for 5 minutes, and that means you are gonna go crazy. You're not gonna think about how to attain a goal, you're just gonna think about what you want. That is the principle here. So just the what. So 5 minutes for just puking out everything you ever wanted. And I'm thinking here of having a 1-year horizon. You can have a longer or shorter one if you want to, but 1 year is a good time span for me. And then in the how next week, we can break it down to 2 months or 6 months goals, making it more, what do you say, attainable in the shorter time span. But the goals I'm putting out now today is going to be in a 1-year horizon. So 5 minutes now for spiritual goals, and then we're going to do 1 minute for picking out the 5 ones we want to focus in on, and then also the one we want to focus in on the most. But 1 minute for that, and then 1 minute for the real focus. as you may feel, I'm freestyling this a little bit, but that doesn't matter. I am actually, to have full disclaimer here, this is like a copy of Tony Robbins' goal setting workshop, but that guy knows his shit, so this is proven. And then after that, when we have chosen the one thing we want to focus in on this year, as a starting point at least, then we're going to write down the reasons for why we're going to do this. But we'll go through that as we go. So now, spiritual goals. Put the timer for 5 minutes. And when I say spiritual, I'm talking about meditation, finding your true self, following your dreams. It's a bit vague maybe. This was always the hardest part for me when I started goal setting. I never knew what to write. So maybe 5 minutes is too much of time for you, but we're gonna sit through it. And if you reach the end before it's done, just start writing your reasons for why. So example, again, meditation, maybe reading books on finding yourself. That's the way that I reach the spiritual goals in the most efficient ways. So I'm going to stop talking now and just put the timer on. I'll let you know when it's 1 minute left. So now it's 1 minute left. Okay, so the time's up, so that means another 2 minutes for finding your 5 prioritized goals and the one goal you want to start on focusing in on. If you only got 5 things, then start writing on the reasons for why you want to do this. So actually, we could bunch it together to 5 minutes. First, find your 5 prioritized goals, then the one goal you want to start focusing in on, and then write the reasons for why you really need to pursue this. As many reasons as you possibly can think of, why you must do it, why you can do it, and all the great stuff that will come if you actually do this. So, 5 minutes, here we go again. Soon. No. Oh, scheiße. Yeah, 5 minutes. And there the time's up. I don't know how you did, but I found it quite hard. But just to give you an example of how this could look like, I basically wrote down a lot of small things like that I find relates to my spiritual side. So, for instance, my main goal is going to be to meditate every day for the coming year. It's not going to be like 1 hour, but at least 5 minutes, some kind of meditation daily. But then I also put down a lot of small goals like having a strong nature experience, being without a phone for a week, those kinds of things that makes me connect more to myself. And I'm gonna bring these goals along to the next week when we're gonna structure a how plan, because these could be small side goals that could relate to the bigger becoming more spiritual goal where meditation is going to be the highest priority. So with that, we're going to continue on to the next key area, health. That's perhaps easier. It's about eating right, training, taking care of your body. Did you know, for instance, that if you do cardio 3 times a week for a half an hour, you will hinder your brain from shrinking, at least part of it. Because after you turn 25, the brain starts to shrink. And if that's not motivation, I don't know what is. So enough talking, let's dig into the next area. So that means health, another 5 minutes of going crazy, just put it out there. Think about the what, not how to reach that goal. That's for later. If you want something enough, you'll find a way. So, 5 minutes starts now. And that's 5 minutes. Actually, I would have wanted more time for that one. I'm gonna just jump right into finding the 5 top areas, and then the one that's gonna be the most important, and also writing down why, the reasons for going after that one goal, why it's so important. You get the picture. So 5 minutes starting now. And with that, the time is up. It's mixed feelings because it feels really, it's hard to pick the ones you want to focus in on because you write down so many fun things you just get excited about, but then you have to just, I'm gonna go with that one. But still, just because you choose one doesn't mean that the other things can't happen. But we need to start with the focused attention of one thing, because otherwise we will just get overwhelmed. Too many things to focus on, and things won't just, they won't give, you won't give the attention that is necessary to really develop a thing. But we can still have the small goals which will run along parallel to the one you've chosen. So don't be sad about this. And as I've said, next week is going to be about building a plan for our goals. So don't lose these 2 papers or however many papers you manage to fill today. I hope you feel equally excited as me, because this was really fun for me, and I'm looking forward to next week to start to build a plan for how to reach these goals. But also tomorrow and the rest of the week, we're going to continue to write down goals in the different key areas that will be the focus of next year. If you guys have any questions, you may take the opportunity to write this in the chat now. I'm gonna hang tight here for 1 minute. It's gonna be a long minute. I'm not completely comfortable with this live streaming format yet, but I'm getting there, practicing like this. I think this is a good way to communicate with you guys. And I guess I could share my top goal for the health part. I'm actually a little bit surprised here, but I'm gonna focus on starting to dance this coming year. I have a lot of other health goals I know I'm gonna do as well, but the dance part is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, but I just don't prioritize it. And I thought, maybe this is the one that will change the most. This is the one that may affect me the most. So that's why I choose to focus in on that one. And I guess that's the focus of 2017 for the health part. So I'm not getting any questions here. That means maybe that everything is crystal. I don't know. Anyways, I guess that's it for today. Thank you a lot for joining me, and if you're watching this in replay, just glad you did it. This is something that really can change your life. Putting up goals, truly motivating yourself to follow through. It's real power in this. So with those words, I'm gonna say goodbye, I guess. So my name is Alexander. Thank you for today. Don't miss tomorrow when we'll do another live streaming, when will we be focusing in on, let me check, Tuesday is social goals, romance, friends, family, that kind of thing. So that's it. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.